They start T side, and they already have a plan, setting up outside of A. One smoke, one flash, and heavily clustered.
Faster play. Black Guild started off nicely. Kaze is down. Mercury still playing under pallet. Mosaic covering off the cross as well. Unable to find anything, and Mercury is the same. Jamyong the only one to get a frag, and Twisted Minds right off the back of things are able to find that pistol round all too quickly.
Advent could still have something to say. One kill onto spawn. Black Eagle not quite converted upon. 3 players in towards CT spawn, and Jamyong's inside of the site, but now has lost his teammate. No kit available here for Jamyong either, so trying to do his best to isolate fights, but Twisted Minds are playing it safe. They don't want this pistol round to fall out of their favor, and they know Jamyong's a big fish to fry, but this goose is cooked. Twisted Minds taking pistol and doing so nice and quickly.
Greg just popped through, man.
Yeah, simple stuff, really. You know, just one smoke, one flash, ran out ramp, and traded effectively. Loba saying he was a piece of meat just to be dangled in front. But Rare Adam have been in a spot before where they have been eliminated by the Middle East.
Same team on Rare Adam, though. That's for sure. Zaya fade away. Loba's able to catch him out right as he gets into murder hole. He has got nothing to offer over there now. With so much information taken out, Advent is completely dedicated to making sure there's no jungle flank to come forward, but it's still an A-site focused attack. Kaze, off shot will be missed as well. Loba's Mac 10 can now isolate him, and that's a second kill coming through. It's going to be a push forward with the op as well, jumping into the third dock. We'll get the bomb plant all in the meanwhile, not being needed at all.
He ain't just the meat, he's the potatoes too. I mean, Loba doing the most there for the squad, took so much space and even hammered that final nail in. This is a done deal. Black Eagle may even make it so that Mercury cannot save. Jamyong already called it quits. This alliance looking solid, not even a single casualty on the first gun round.
Yeah, the only kills they've had so far were 2 on the pistol round from Jamyong, and then a couple more in the ecos.
Yeah.
No real damage even dealt over here.
4 deaths. So,
nicely done. And look, this is also
changing setups, and man, they're certainly good at it, but it's all about how much room they have to adapt. Like you said, Twisted Minds might just be in their face, might just keep that high pace. They have slowed down here. You know, they're against a half buy. They don't want to fall into any sort of trap. That's a lovely kill from Kaze. I mean, that's super fast. Barely got a glimpse of KD. Slow rolling. And Twisted Minds, you know, one of the fears that they had coming into this tournament was going to be about how they deal with the pressures of LAN.
I mean, you heard it yesterday from KD, right? They are onliners, not onliners now. It is official.
Yeah, beat 2 legit teams, and what's one more? Probably the biggest head you could find, where Adam stands in their path. Spawn is doing damn good work, but is overwhelmed by Mercury's P250. A couple of kills, in fact, from the connector. Doc is still present in the area, bomb on back, and he can link up with Black Eagle towards its A site. They only have 20 odd seconds before they actually make their move through, but they have to try and deal with Advent. He's still tucking and diving, trying to buy as much time as possible, but Doc is just lightning quick. 2-on-2, but Jamyong's got his hands on an AWP or an AK, his more preferred weapon of choice. Molotov will force them out of position, and they're lining up. Jamyong getting the double. That's an overturned round, a half buy for Rare Adam to break through.
Absolutely massive over here. Rare Adam will be preventing Twisted Minds from running away to a potential 5th round with the first gun as well. Twisted Minds don't care as far as the economy is.
Made it through via the sort of points that they attained. And that didn't feel sort of genuine to how the circuit was actually functioning. This gun round, though, Mercury finding 1 kill, Black Eagle another, and Doc has struck, but it's trades all around the map. Twisted Minds have been able to weasel out with an advantage. This slaughter in through middle, it's now just Kaze and Advent.
And as they head back towards the B-bomb side on Twisted Minds, they will have to lean past the AWP of Advent. The only question is, how silent do they want to be? Because if they can drop down, Kaze is going to be completely unaware of that idea. Right now, Twisted Minds are frozen, waiting for the CTs to go looking for information. They've got the man advantage. They're thinking, you know what, let's play it chill. They have to try and make a play eventually, but the problem is Rare Adam is going for a stack. And this is something they like to do, right? It's stack or safe, stack or safe.
Yeah.
And right now, if the B-bomb site commitment comes through, there is an incendiary for Advent. There are flashes for Kaze, and he does have the AWP.
Yeah, but there might be enough utility, and only utility that's thrown to account for one player. Rare Adam coupling up like this you know, it might draw attention if Kaze fires off a shot, but that's where Advent could maybe thrive.
He's been turned off the angle, though. He's moved away. He's not going to realize it until the utility's already deployed. Misses out the first shot. That is crucial. Advent now needs to activate from get right. Good for one. Kaze going for what looked like a wall bang and instead is able to find spawn as he's dropped down. Doc all alone will fall. Kaze's secondary peek gives them the round, and that hesitation from Twisted Minds ends up costing them dearly.
Yeah, just allowed Rare Adam to reset into what was comfortable for them, coupling up together to make sure that they... This is a cool move from Loba, though, just creeping forward. No one's even considering that he could have crept out towards Sandwich. A little bit scary to make a play like that. Advent, first, his attention's taken over towards Connector, and one kill, a second. It could have been lined up, but no, the trade's good. Kaze, though, activating, and it's trades galore. Once again, Black Eagle trying his best to grab that bomb and dip out of there, but that smoke would not cut it. Doko 1-on-2 and separated from the package there. Once again, doubled up here on Rare Adam. They know exactly the advantage they hold.
Covering off jungle as well, but Doc is trying to circle back to CT. This could be his only win condition. Should he be able to take that journey, instead decides against it. And Rare Adam once again have been given time to try and keep an eye out for all possible angles. You do have Mosea switching and flicking, but it's Kaze who's just lined in and ready to take Doc out and home. And this is one of those problems that you will get, right, when Loba is going for the Mach 10s consistently. If you have something even like a Gadil in that situation with slightly less utility, you imagine he gets one kill much more easily, and maybe even the...
As many other teams would do, they don't want to overcommit to just one idea. But Twisted Minds even said it themselves, they just want to try and keep things simple, and maybe that will be where they revert to.
Well, Loba could have found Mercury over there, but with a smoke down, Mercury and Messiah as well, back down in middle, will be able to find and locate Black Eagle. Push forward from KD, could get one, but Mosaia's covered it off. Expecting that play to be made. Rare Adam are fighting fire with fire. Counter-aggression down middle. Comes out, but Kaze puts his gun out. The worst possible timing. Spawn's got two as well. They want to keep it going. Mercury responds with another one. And as Doc and Loba look to gather their thoughts and their bodies, Rare Adam will be doing the same back towards the A-bomb side. Doc resetting and looking for the fadeaway.
Topcon smoke won't do a whole lot. They're all clustered together. Mosea trying to fight around the top side of that smoke, and it was fading soon, but Doc's cut him down before he could even consider falling back. And now they've got time and the map to play with. Rare Adam were really fixated on an A-side defense, and now that there's a lack of presence here from Twisted Minds, this might stew here for Rare Atom. Splitting up. This ain't like them.
And Loba's being significantly faster over here. He is not wanting to get up into the same problems as before. He's gone for the read, now pulls out the gun. Mercury is on the bomb site, and Loba wants to at least have a player nearby so that Doc can potentially get the trade, if nothing else. Mercury back at the bomb site. I think his barrel might have been spotted. Loba did fire out a few shots. Doc, though, found out, taken down, and it's all a 1v2. A 1v1 on the bomb site, and it's a jumping Mach 10, which will connect. Resetting back, but there's not very much time. 15 seconds, and he crosses again back to the bomb. He knows that Jamyang is alive, but doesn't have any idea where he could be. Now the bomb commitment comes through, and Jamyang just has the timing perfectly. Loba, maybe a little bit too hyperactive.
Yeah, I mean, he's jumping all over the place. You know, he had to try and get that bomb down faster, sooner rather than later, really, because, you know, Rare Adam splitting up in this regard, I think maybe just suspicious of the fact that how is he here already? You know, last time Rare Adam split up, or I'm sorry, with them. He really wants to dive in towards the window, and this is a gap once again, but Mercury has been one to thwart said plans in prior rounds. Kaze as well, identifying that there's one up close, but he's falling back. They've lost Mercury all the meanwhile, and they're trying to find this trade. They're trying to deal with Kaze, and they find exactly what they're looking for. The flank as well just simply secures that there's no one else on Rare Adam on this B bomb site. A 3-on-2. This might be a call to save.
You want to play Poggy? We can play Poggy, says Twisted Minds. Right out to beat their go. This won't be a call to save, though, not with the utility that they have. They want to go for the attempt at the very least. Yes, money's going to be terrible, right? If they lose it, money is terrible. But there is a little bit of a chance that if they can find a kill early on, Twisted Minds make a mistake, something like it, get overly aggressive, then yes, you can absolutely commit. In the end of the day, though, that will not be happening.
Yeah, hunted for one frag using the boost, and that was it. So as soon as Twisted Minds didn't overplay their hand, Rare Adam do call it quits after 5 straight. Rare Adam answer back. Or sorry, Twisted Minds answer back and break through. In with a 4th, and now chopping at the way. You might even be able to sort of counteract what they have planned when they're pulling out util, sailing into the site by being aggressive yourself.
That was also very impressive from Black Eagle, right? He's a player who I think I've personally seen as having a few bad moments here and there, a couple of crucial missed shots in a few difficult rounds, and if he is able to bring things together, that's going to be a whole different game changer, because Spawn's clearly shown that he can get it done, right? Yeah. On this level, Doc has got the skills, KD was able to ramp up as well. Black Eagle, if he can activate now, things get interesting.
Usually when we see teams, we think of 3 players that are going to be like the major reason as to why they win, and that was KD, Doc, Spawn so far this tournament. But yeah, Black Eagle's had his moments as well, that's for sure. Now as well, just barreling in towards that B-bomb site. They even picked off Advent, but it was a stack on A. Rare Adam unfortunately gone the wrong direction. These pistols find a whole lot of nothing until back Mercury just blindsiding KD. Stuck around a little too long. Loba's SMG. Now he is the money man.
Not for too long. He is a dead man now. Mac didn't give it up to Mizea. He doesn't care too much. And that is one of the nice things, right? If you want to go around and be bloodthirsty, yeah, give him a Mac 10. Who cares? They can have it.
They want an M4 next round anyway, right?
Yeah.
So
the only thing you have to make sure is you don't die to the Mac 10 after you've given it to them.
Yeah, 600 extra in the pocket. Plus the kill bonus of killing you in the first place, you know. It's not ideal. But it's gone to plan. Twisted Minds overtaking. After there was a nice little streak there from Rare Adam, back in with have really taken that next step up. See if Twisted Minds can do more damage here, though, in Asia. Rare Adam already on the back foot, but could get back into the swing of things here with this buy. Mercury taking a lot of damage for the Molotov and able to escape, but minus 63 is not ideal. Mosea does get traded in Kaze. The spam is great. Advent as well will find a kill onto Loba, and Jamyoung just trying to hold his best over towards this B bomb site. They kept this Mac 10, and Jamyoung may just be able to farm extra cash and bodies with it. Advent there to cover off, and Jamyoung a simple upgrade. Rare Adam breakthrough.
Up the short, he goes to a quick jump up. Doc's not looking to contest or compete. Down in middle. Jamyoung's getting aggressive though. Has to be careful. He could be caught out over here. Needs to be cautious. Doc swings out and right as Loba's making noise. Jamyoung is caught out completely in the open. 4 versus 5 now. Rare Adam, where will they look to re-aggress?
Kaze's AWP already posted on B, and it hasn't been in this position before. KD, that's bombed, spotted, dropped, and taken out of the equation. Kaze can have his players lean on over. They've got aggressive through ramp as well, so they have a contingency should Twisted Minds decide to redirect. Rather simple there from Advent, and even escaping the clutches of Doc, trying to trade, and this is where that flank could be the biggest issue. Black Eagle out of the equation as well, and Mosea is unfortunately the mastermind behind all formulas. See if this Doc has a prescription waiting for Rare Adam.
Flank coming in, Mosea. Prescription better be pretty damn tough to swallow, but Mercury says he's not afraid of any pills. 76, and Rare Adam will continue to be fighting strong right back into things. And listen, great start to the T side. 6 rounds is fantastic to come out. If they can get 7, they've got a real shot on the map as well, because at the end of the day, we
facing Eruption, you know, that's why we ended up in overtime on this map before. Kaze, good crazy kill, just trying his best to find an opening pick, and this is much more like it here for Adam. Assertive, didn't just let mid control full for free. Twisted Minds down to 2 after the initial scrap, and Doc also going to be empty-handed.
Well, alone, 1v4, don't think there's really anything he can add to the conversation over here. There's money to buy in the next as well, even if you do lose a player or 2. Advent swings out, and that loss will not even be transpiring. Money's bad as well.
Elude them, setting up for an A play. They've got pistols, Mac 10s. They want to go quick.
They've had a few good full executes so far. Advent trying to return fire. Good counter flashes as well. Mosea stays alive. There's no Molotov here. They go right above him. Lobo's position's been given away. Mosea wants to activate late round. Spawn is gone. Mosea with 2. Looks for 3. Advent will cover off his side. Mosea can't get another, but Mercury's been given time to rotate over and push out of the smoke. Doc and Lobo the only ones to find a frag, and Rare Atom can...
But We'll see if whether the Twisted Minds can mount that defense. They've gone with all armor, no kits, no nades, no nothing. They want to scrap, and Rare Adam are moving fast to the split to A.
Jamyang, Mercury both come through a kill apiece, and they keep it going for a little bit more, and Kaze will get the bomb down. Looks about as easy as it did in the first half for Twisted Minds.
Yeah, except they suffered a couple of casualties in their transit. Right now, nobody from Rare Adam has fallen just yet.
So even easier. There you go. So far, KD and Doc will be looking to provide some difficulty, but with the deep flash through, Doc is good for one. KD is still disabled from actually fighting in with his teammate. Still, nice shot to come through. He's had a slow start to the half. Remember, 2 and 13 was where he ended it out, so a few good kills to give him some confidence leading into the CT side would go a long way.
Somewhat compensated by the fact that Lobo was having a solid performance, but not going to do...
Black Eagle, this could be so deadly. But he doesn't go inside the smoke. Thought he would. If the smoke was dissipating, he has a chance to really get out a couple of them. But Kaze now just zoned in. The small gap will reveal nothing. Black Eagle fades back to under Palace. Not wanting to overstay his welcome.
They're actually leaning away from the A site, and that seems to be the wrong decision. Mosaic acting as interference alongside Advent for a potential split through connector. No one's holding for it.
Doc is repositioned with the scout, right? So at least there's a chance to come through with a few good shots onto the ramp players, and Black Eagle can then go forward and finish it off. He's been spotted out now, been naded as well. If I'm not wrong, Black Eagle has gone. Mercury to be the one to take him down. Mosaic looks for more damage, will find it, but not the frag. Spawn still alive, and the spam finds nothing. In the meanwhile, flank is coming from Loba, but the bomb will be planted, and there should be Mercury going back to watch in from behind. Advent, though, has fallen. Loba, if he can get this kill, that would have been huge, but he pauses at the wrong moment, and Mercury collects on an easy frag.
Still going to try for it. Certainly see some teams within the region just say if this force buy doesn't work out, let's look and save those weapons in for the next round, but that call will come in late for Twisted Minds. Scout and an SMG, not a whole lot that you're expecting from the follow-up, but Rare Adam do get past this force, only losing Advent in the process, and that's a sacrifice Advent's willing to make.
Well, Doc's gone out. 11-6.
Pretty curdled up in the bomb sites as well on the side of Twisted Minds. Last time over, they had Lobo push through the apartments as well. They had a bit of an indicator as to what the intentions were of Rare Adam, but this time they're actually targeting the B side, and KD is going to have reinforcements coming his way. Loba nade out and can't get his gun pulled fast enough. KD activating Advent, not looking the right direction, and Jamyang able to trade. It's a little late from the rest of the rotates. Rare Adam holding to this numbers advantage, and Mose even spotting another player over at A. Everyone else is getting rolled by Jamyang.
He's just having a good time. So it's Kaze, 17 and 8 for him. So good to see that, you know, he is back in form. Hopefully we'll be feeling better as well, especially if they do proceed through to the lower bracket final, the consolidation final.
This is Kaze's flu tournament. Michael Jordan.
Just as long as he doesn't order any pizza from downstairs. That's also Michael Jordan.
Oh.
Yeah.
I gave you
go who at me?
Yeah, I gave you a look. I'm like, pizza?
No, Michael Jordan ordered pizza at like an away game, and he got food poisoning from it because he got it from like a very hostile city.
Really?
If they are to be believed, which I do.
They've maintained their story.
It checks out. But can Black Eagle know? I don't think he's going to be checking out his few bandages at that counter. Spawn still back in connector, looking to activate, knows that there should be alert coming in soon, but by the time it arrives, Mercury will be here as well. Spawn, good for the one. Can he find the second? Absolutely. Kaze, not expected. He's watching out for the cross, but the grenade actually works out against him. Kaze is good for one, and Jamyang will have to find the players who'd crossed earlier on. Loba's MP9 will reveal itself with a quick jump up, but he's thrown it away for the AK, and now a 2-on-3. Kaze and Jamyang spotted out each apiece. Jamyang looking for the shots. Loba can't connect either. Jamyang is low. Kaze as well, and as they swing out, Loba's good for one. Doc seals. 7 secure. Twisted Mind.
Chance running the time too low. Great move from Doc, just took a firm out challenge. No one smoking off window. A mistake that is punished. That's the thing you have to respect at the very least, where Adam have to run the same contingencies, run the same sort of baseline game plan against the Twisted Minds, because they are players that are categorically in a spot where they will hit their shots. Gotta make it difficult for them.
18 and 12 on Doc, so yeah, I know who's hitting his shots. Interestingly enough, he is leading the server right now, if not for Kaze, coming through on 19. Not too far behind, though.
I mean, Mercury's tied with him as well.
Yeah, but you can lead together.
Hmm.
Great leaders know how to take people side by side. Not in CS, though.
Co-leadership.
The double agents? Maybe, I don't know. They're from enemy teams. Regardless, though. Enough about leadership. It's all about the assault on the B-bomb site. Loba, MP9 once again, but long range, and it's not the best angle for it. Doc is good for one. KD as well. Nestles himself away. Right back to get right. It is still the B site where the attack is focused in on. Jamyang and Advent putting their heads together. Jamyang creeping through. KD's playing the close angle. Swings out. Has the advantage. And the first few bullets being missed mean that Jamyang had no chance in the duel. Advent now alone in a 1-on-3. He's been very good in clutches in the past, but this tournament necessarily hasn't been the same. But maybe this can be the start of change. 10 seconds on the clock. Peek out from spawn. And he will get the duel in their favor. Really fast rotations and nicely read from the Twisted Minds.
Yeah, they're really just expecting that Rare Adam are going to try and keep numbers together and go in towards the site. It's the same kind of rotation we saw when they attacked A. You know, they completely vacated the B site and just trusted that they would have the right call. And they've been right in their assumptions. Destroyed in a chess game in one of those parks.
Oh, that is true.
Yeah.
No park over here, though. Mercury is in the battlefield. Doc swings out. Great kill to find. Mercury was checking inside sandwich. That's an angle that has gone by before. And Mosea has been tagged up as well in the meanwhile. KD keeps him low. It's Black Eagle to collect onto Kaze. And although there has been a jump up into the window, that should have been audible unless it's been cluttered out by comms. Mosea's position should be known, but it doesn't seem like they're completely aware of it. Not for the way they're playing so far.
Just totally stifled, totally frozen after losing those 2 kills. And now Doc as well will make the advantage even further. Mosea 1 frag, but he was low from earlier duels. Jamyang now put in a clutch, a 1-on-3 after chewing 1 out, but Doc is there.
The fact that he's able to just completely ignore literally everything else, the ability to tunnel vision is very great at this one. Now, though, faster play comes out. Back to the B-bomb side they go. Loba's got the MP9. Needs to be able to pull them down. KD's still alive as well. To the side, Loba and KD will prevent the scale up onto the side. And now with the crossfire from back jail, KD and Loba will just continue through with more aggression. Mercury and Kaze finally bring them down. And suddenly the advantage has been lost. Doc now quick to regain it. Bomb is still on the ground. Both rifles doubling up to the back of bench. Jamyang is so far away. And Doc is in pursuit. Kaze. If he swings out, Doc should have this. Smoke had a gap in it, and Doc ends up using it to perfection. Jamyang now all alone, a 1-on-2, no armor either. He's wondering what to do, how to go about this, and the CT side with knowledge of the bomb do not care.
He's stopping, freezing, resetting his focus, and letting Twisted Mind stew on the idea that he could be flanking from anywhere. Sees it. Gun barrel. That A1S is long. So he knows exactly where 1 is. Doc swinging out, and Jamyang wasn't ready. That's 5 straight for Twisted Minds entering this second half. The CT side is looking reinforced, and that crossfire built between KD and Loba stopped Rare Adam in their tracks.
That was just honestly very well played. They do lose out a few too many players, perhaps up against the pistols, but at this point you don't care all that much. You've had enough decent money built up. Hopefully this also means Doc can actually buy into the AWP, although with how
Jamyang will be a late activator. They want to again attack this B bomb site, but they'll have to wait for the util from Jamyang to be deployed.
They're really fixated on this B-bomb side, but the problem is that Doc and company have just got everyone around in the vicinity. Doc will fall, Kaze to be the man to take him down. Loba still back at the bomb site, swings out. He's got another one, wants to keep it going. He's got information on the player, on Advent rather. Back at Van, Advent though takes the aggressive angle, and they've all fallen apart, save for KD, and KD can't save that round. Fearful
here for Rare Adam. Loba inside of the smoke phases it. Jamyang may be unfazed.
Good to see him back off right. As he knows the smoke will be running out. That gives him a fair duel versus the 5-7. And in a fair duel, he will win more often than not. Dog is trained onto A ramp. The problem, though, is just how many flashbangs there are available. He's turning around from them, but he won't be able to rephase back in time. Spawn's getting aggressive. Great kill to find, and Doc's eliminated Kaze as well. The problem is Black Eagle has been found out in the meanwhile. Doc wants to get aggressive back to triple, but he doesn't have a smoke for the Molotov this time. Over. A 3v3 with everything stalled. They are watching out for Mercury's push. KD finds him, and this is huge. Doc will keep it going. Aggression gives him a tag, but he's not dead, and neither is Mosaic. Spawn looking to activate soon. The smoke's running out as well. KD's got another one. Mosaic all alone will get nothing, and KD's rotation nets him 3 big kills.
Yeah, Rare Adam are falling to pieces on some of these hits. You know, after such a composed B-side take, they actually fall into a 3-man setup on the A play as well, even though they punished Loba for his earlier venture. The fact that they had that mid-pressure, that's what turned Black. Yeah.
Boss out A is the plan. They want to accelerate, just take it to them. But Mercury, he needs to clear the angle. Nicely done. Black Eagle is gone. Spawn as well, nearby with the secondary AWP. Connects Doc, switched up positions this time. He's on connector. Spawn smokes up the Molotov, wants to take the angle again. The gap in the smoke could have given him a frag, but Mercury instead is given a second life. One that he will utilize nicely. Doc resetting, worried about a flank to be coming in from jungle. They could have pushed through. Loba as well, shouldn't be too much of a factor. KD's opting in for the Palace position. Loba can't find the kills, and with the smoke forward, they are still aware of Doc coming forward. Scope's been hurt as well. Molotov is there, but Doc gets a kill regardless. Loba now wants to push through. He will not find the kill despite getting the headshot. Doc is given a chance to swing forward. A flashbang from himself, but the time is running down too low. They won't have time. Right at the nick of it, Doc gets onto it. He's got a kill as well. They'll have the defuse. 13-13. Twisted Minds have equalized somehow.
And a man deficit coming into that retake. Some teams would have called it quits. You know, we're talking about teams that are so focused on saves. Money wasn't good for the Twisted Minds, but gained it. Who makes the mistake? Who makes a move? Right now, it's the same as usual. Defensive plays from both the squads, respectively. They have boosted Loba up. So B-site might be a little bit harder to crack, a position that hasn't been utilized thus far from the Twisted Minds.
Spawn is back to connector as well. KD in his old stomping grounds. An advantage will be maintained despite Loba's death. KD is low, but he doesn't really care. The lack of utility should be affecting him more, but a crucial missed shot. And now KD has to cover. Will find a second and still has a chance to buy some more time. And as the rotation comes over, Kaze is flashed as well. Loba's position not given up. Mosaic doesn't quite realize where he's going to be playing in from. And Loba is back on the bomb site. Waiting for Mosaic to push through. They are still committed to the B-bomb side, and Spawn's found him. A 2v1. Kaze drops down, doesn't realize there's a player close by. Loba still completely undetected. 10 seconds, and Loba, rather Black Eagle, gets the kill. I am just completely misreading.
I was confused. You know, Loba died many, many moons ago. Sat on top of. I said that round was important, and you see what Rare Adam come into this one with.
I won't lie to you. I feel like the minimap is really sometimes coming back to bite me. But regardless, they're still really heavily committed to this idea of faster plays. KD is again in a great position, but the Tech-9 overruns him. MP9 at the back of the bomb side. Doc is good for one, but Loba taken down. This time it's him for sure.
Yeah. Dead man and a free sight. Those 2 kills from the Tech are super important. Gun that's retrieved as well for Kaze. Mosaic still doing his damnedest to keep it difficult. 3-on-3 now. They've got kits, they've got smokes, and Doc has even plucked Kaze out of the equation. Advent recovering an M4 in transit and does cover off for Mercury's position, but Mercury hard cleared. A 1-on-2 now for Advent. The in-game leader has to step up big. The dad of Rare Adam. First kills there. Doc's gone, but Black Eagle sticking it, and he gets so damn close. But Advent pulls it off. The 1-on-2 to keep Rare Adam in it.
That first player just needed to stay alive. With Kaze, this is, I mean, insanity. And he's being set up for it, right? He's been given every spot he wants. He's going wherever the hell he wants to go, but he's getting it done.
If you can win rounds, if you can produce. Teams will give you those liberties. Missed smoke, missed Molotov. That was supposed to be set for a topside connector. This Molotov will hit and will connect though. KD put in an awkward spot, has to let them pass towards B, and that's an open sight. That clutch pulled Twisted Minds into pistols, and Rare Adam are pretty much set up for a secured 15th. KD was the only one that could maybe throw a little bit of an awkward duel ahead of them. But Mose is now taken out of the equation. A couple of kills from him. No surprises on this pistol. And listen, Rare Adam, it has been a grind. They haven't looked the most comfortable. They have certainly been thrown through the ringer by Twisted Minds. You can see why other teams have fallen to this squad. And while Doc's efforts have been commendable, he's on to 34 now. Hell, he might get one on his exit, who knows? Never mind. But 34 kills. Kills don't always cut it. We saw that.
I think this RMR has been a story of that very fact.
Flying blind, and Jamyoung, same strat that they had over on B last time. They're going to try and break through again.
Spawn's going to be able to come through fast, though. He's in a good position already, having exited the murder hole. KD just has to buy some space, but Kaz has actually found Spawn somehow, and Mercury's got the second as well. It's all falling apart. Doc and Black Eagle, the only ones left alive, and they're so damn far away.
How on earth do you pull this one off? Black Eagle certainly had his moments on that T side, but now has to retake with Doc, who has had a stellar game. But it might not matter. This map will still fall into the hands of Rare Adam. A 4-on-2 where they hold great post plans. Black Eagle, first kill is great, and he gets that Molotov down and extinguished, but Kaze able to trade. Doc, a 1-on-3 ahead of him, needs 37 if we're going to go to the OT.